Welcome back to the Doc's Diagnosis, presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. Remember, if you need a home equity loan, a home equity line of credit, check out Centris Federal Credit Union at centrisfcu.org, member NCUA. Take a second to like this video, leave a comment if you like what Dr. Rob has to say, or something that I didn't say or do say that you don't like, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Iowa Hawkeyes up next, and it's no secret, Dr. Rob, Iowa's going to do one thing. They're going to run the football. 58 running attempts, I think, last week against Maryland, and because they're down to their fourth-string quarterback. Now, the bright spot for Iowa, and Nebraska has to be aware of it, they have one of the best running backs in the country, a solid offensive line, and they have depth at the running back position. Now, let's start with Caleb Johnson, who's one of the best running backs in the country, a Doak Walker semifinalist. And
so touchdown run here by Caleb. Now, this is old school zone, it's about as basic as you can get zone blocking scheme. You're going to see everybody kind of coming up, and it's just going to be these basic zone blocks up front here. They do a really nice job of it. The big goal is you want to get all of these guys getting that vertical push. Now, the thing that I want to talk about on this particular play is what you're going to be kind of keying in on with this particular play is going to be, it's basically a 2 tight end set here. And then I also want you to look at the left guard. Now, what ends up happening on the play is Maryland actually does a pretty good job of getting some upfield push here, and they get some upfield push from this defensive tackle on the left guard. You're going to see these guys get knocked back into the backfield a little bit. That creates problems, and against a better opponent, that's something where I think Nebraska has a chance to take advantage. If they can kind of get into the backfield on these guys, it's going to cause some problems. Now, Caleb makes a great play here, and you can see on this particular play, most of the line of scrimmage has basically been moved to here, but you look at this push right here, and you look at this push right here. You've got 2 Iowa offensive players, 2 blockers that have basically gone backwards on this play. If Nebraska can take advantage of that, that's where they have a chance to shine on defense. Now, they've still got a great running back. The rest of the offensive line really does a nice job, so they still get the touchdown. But this is something where you're going to have to see Nebraska take advantage of these guys.
Now, this is Kamari Molton, the backup running back, who also had over 100 yards against Maryland.
And this guy can run the ball as well, too. And this is great vision by him. Again, this is a really, really similar play to that last touchdown we just watched. It's a zone blocking scheme. Now, the thing that I think is great on this one, right here you have the backside guard, backside tackle. Right guard, right tackle. They come up, they've basically taken the defensive lineman here, they've shoved this guy almost a full 3 yards backwards. That's a massive double team block. What it's ended up doing is that at the same time, you've got the backside linebacker right here. You have literally used the defensive tackle to block the backside linebacker at this point. I mean, that's a massive double team block, and that is exactly how zone blocking is supposed to work. At the very end here, what I want people to pay attention to is you're going to see these 2 defenders separate off, and you're going to see the offensive lineman here each picks a guy, sticks with them, and you're going to see 2 offensive players on 2 defenders, and that frees that cut right up the middle there for Molton to make the play, bust loose, and go get the touchdown.
He's got breakaway speed. So does Johnson. So those are the 2-headed monster you're going to have to tackle. Here's the return game, and I want to talk about Kaden Ouan, because Kaden Ouan is one of the best return guys in the country.
He's like slow Tim Dwight.
Yeah. Well, he's got pretty good speed.
He actually does.
But you thought when they lost Cooper DeJean last year, they wouldn't have a return game. He's 12th in the nation in punt returns, 14th in the nation in kickoff returns.
And he's doing an amazing job. And I love this play, and I had you freeze it right here for a really specific reason. The rest of Iowa's special teams does a nice job. Number 5 here is broken free, but he was getting blocked by 6. You got a block about to happen right here. You got a block happening here. You got another block happening down here. You're seeing blocks happen all over the field here. That's what frees big returns. That's what gets Wetjen going here. You're going to see right at the end where he heads into the end zone. I think it's 43 for Iowa. I got to double check that as we roll the tape here. But what you're going to end up seeing is he gets another huge block, one right there, pancake on the sideline, and he frees up, and right there you get one last block by 43 as he goes into the end zone. I'm watching this punt return, and all I can think in my head, it's literally just like, oh, helmet sticker, helmet sticker, helmet sticker, helmet sticker, helmet sticker. Guys are making blocks all over the field. I don't know who to give the most credit to on this. I'd love to give it to Wetjen, but I'm watching this play out, and all I can think is every one of these guys on Iowa's punt return team is out there doing everything they can to be the star that makes that block that springs the touchdown. And it's like 9 different guys making key blocks, but Iowa does that every time. And that's something that's going to be key in this game against Nebraska. They do an outstanding job of blocking on their punt returns.
Kaden Ouan averages 12 yards per punt return. Doesn't sound like a lot. That's 12th in the nation. 25 yards per kickoff return. The guy has zero fear. He will take the ball in traffic and try to make something happen.
And he's got guys on his return teams with him who are going to make that happen.
So if you want to know more about what we have to say about the Huskers taking on Iowa, make sure to check out this week's Doc Talk podcast. For Dr. Rob Zadiska, I'm Travis Justice. Thanks for watching the Doc's Diagnosis presented by Centris Federal Credit Union.
At Centris Federal Credit Union, our members have trusted us with their finances since 1934. From personal accounts to loan options, we're helping members tackle all of life's adventures. And our great mobile app makes monitoring your money easier than ever. Learn more at centrisfcu.org.